My name is Elizabeth Jones, and this is Communication 231. My audience is my grandmother, my son, my father, and my mother. Hi. First, I would like to thank everyone for coming to listen to my speech this evening. I did my informative speech on preterm childbirth. A gestation stage is the length of your pregnancy. They determine your due date based off of the date of conception, and usually that is 40 weeks. A full-term birth is considered 37 weeks or greater. Based off of mayoclinic.org, there are 4 stages of preterm births. You have your late preterm, which is between 34 and 36 weeks. Then you have your moderately preterm, which is between 32 and 34 weeks. You have very preterm, which is at or less than 32 weeks. And you have extremely preterm, which are babies that are born at or before 25 weeks. The viability of a pregnancy is considered 23 weeks. This is when hospitals typically will cut off a baby that is born before 23 weeks. They may not intervene with medical intervention, but most hospitals will intervene if a baby is born at 23 weeks or later. The percentages of babies born premature in the world is a 1 in 10 ratio. In the United States, typically on average every year there's about 450,000 babies that are born preterm, and in the world there are about 15 million. Some of the risk factors that can cause preterm birth are the mother's age, the mother's pre-pregnancy weight, the amount of time between pregnancies, if a mother's carrying multiple babies, some health conditions that a mother may have, which could be diabetes or high blood pressure. Different infections can cause preterm birth. An interesting fact about preterm birth is that most Black women are more likely to experience premature birth than women of any other race. The help that a woman would receive that's at risk for preterm birth is a team full of specialists. You have your OBGYN. Most women who have healthy births will only see an OBGYN and will have them deliver their baby. But if you're at risk for a preterm birth, then they may have an OBGYN, a maternal fetal medicine specialist, a neonatologist, and a team of pediatric specialists. Some complications that the babies may face from being born too early could be low birth weight, low body temperature, problems sucking. They may have problems breathing, vision, hearing problems, as well as developmental delays. Once a baby is born, the care that they will receive will be in the NICU. Depending on how early they're born and what some of the health problems are that they're born with, they may have to receive special medical treatment. In the NICU, they can provide tube feeding, oxygen, different therapies, as well as medicine. There's still so much unknown about preterm births. They are having different clinical trials, different studies, and different research to try to figure out what causes preterm birth and ways to prevent it, or ways to help the mother with future pregnancies. Does anybody have any questions?
I have a question. If you have a preterm, say that a mother has their first child is preterm, does that make them like their next baby? Does that automatically mean their next baby might be preterm?
That was one of the risk factors for a mother with odds of having a preterm birth. If you have a baby early, then your odds of your next pregnancy or any pregnancies following would put you at higher risk for being preterm. Are there any other questions?
I got a question. What made you choose this topic?
The thing that made me choose this topic is my sister-in-law has had several preterm births, and I wanted to figure out what was the cause of preterm birth. Are there any other questions?
Just one more question. Do we know why black women are more prone to preterm births than any other race?
At this time, there's very limited information as to why African American women are more prone to preterm births. Are there any more? All right, I would like to thank everybody for coming to my speech. Will you show my crown?